Hello and welcome to Tim's Bits and Pieces. I will be showing you model train tips and tricks, layout build, new items for the layout, repairs and servicing of locos and rolling stock, 3D prints as well as four-wheel drive repairs, DIY projects and much more. So grab a drink, a bite to eat, sit back and enjoy. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave your comments. Let's get on with it. Alright, hello and welcome to today's video. It's a little bit different this time. So, paint by numbers, stitch your stuff. Alright, I 3D printed this off Thingiverse on my printer and I've put an undercoat of grey primer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up some, I'm going to leave it the grey colour. I'm going to paint the stands brown on. Alright, so it's going on this wagon. Alright, so that goes on there. Nice, one way and the other. There we go. So as you can see, that sits quite nice on that little wagon. So I think that'll be quite nice. And I've also got this. Now, all of you out there, what do you think this is? Huh? You tell me, what do you think this is? I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to make it into a train load. I'm going to possibly put it on a flat wagon, like kind of like this, and I'm going to strap it down somehow. I don't know, I haven't really thought about it, but I just thought that would be kind of a different shape, and it could be a very interesting kind of thing to put on a long wagon and drag it around. So, I'm not going to do anything with this today, but I just thought, keep your mind open to things that you would not necessarily think but could be useful for model train loads and all sorts of things. So let's put this out of the way. And with this, well, with my model boat business, I used to have what's called Artisania stock, which is for model boats. Now, to give you an idea, here are Artisania chains, Artisania 8103, 8104, 8105. Now they're different size linkages, alright, and then there's also brass wire. So I thought these would be useful for me for my train. So wire I can use to, because making turnbuckles for this scale might be a bit hard with my FDM printer. I don't have a resin printer, so maybe I just use this and tie it off, or I might just get the chain wrap it and just glue it. So I haven't really thought, but this, now this is where it comes into it. This size chain for that looks a bit too big scale wise. I'll open it up so you can see, but I might be able to use it for other things when I need to. So I've always kept it. I still have a lot of my model boat stuff when I used to run my business. But looking at that, the scale of it for that, I think, is too big. The scale of the chain links I think is too big. So I'm not going to use that one. Put that back. So I have thought, and I tried this one, which is the smallest of the lot. And I think this would be about the right sort of scale size, I think. That kind of looks a bit better, scale-wise. So I'm going to go with that. But at the moment, it's brass colour. What I want to do is I want to make it brown and dirty and used. So I don't have any brown paint at the moment. And instead of buying some, I thought I might do a little experiment by making my own brown paint. So I've looked online and you can use red, yellow, blue. Mix them together, one part of each makes brown. So I thought, alright, let's try. So that's what today's video is about, is me trying to make some brown paint to paint the bottom of that, of this piece, of this, to make it look like a piece of wood. And I'm going to do like a wash, a water wash. Put this in. I've got another container spare. So I'm going to mix up some brown paint. Then I'm going to add a lot of water to it to make it like a wash. And then I'm just going to sit this in it, mix it round a bit, and then take it out, and hopefully the brown sticks to it. So I don't know, I might need to etch it, I might need to undercoat it. I don't know, it's just an experiment today, so stay tuned and tell me what you think. It's all about trying, and that's what I'm trying to do today, is just try something different. Alright, so I've got my little container of paintbrushes and my clips and all my bits and pieces. So let's get on with it. So I guess first things for, oh, I've got a thing of water. That's where these little containers are ideal, and they're just your little cakes that you buy, that you put them in the microwave 3 minutes, cook them up, and you have them with your ice cream or whatever. So they're ideal for this, because like there and there. So alright, so first things first is I need to make some brown. So what I'm going to do is put some red, some yellow and some blue. Now it's very hard for me to get the exact amounts, but we will try. That's going to be a lot. Yes, I haven't used them for a while. Red, have I used this one? Don't even think I've opened it yet. No, see? Oh no, I have. Yes, pinprick. So see? Splotch of blue. Splotch of blue, that's a bit too much, but doesn't matter. And then a splotch of yellow. Oh, come on. Oh, that's stuck. Alright, so bit of yellow. Alright, so I'll mix all that together. And we'll see what happens. Where's my stirring stick? I've lost my stirring stick. Alright. That'll do. It's the end of, you know, these things. You take bits off it and you use that. So they're all, everything's just a matter of, you know, just adding this and adding that and trying to do this and trying to do that. And this is what I 3D printed on my printer, so it's not looking brown at all, it's looking more grey, isn't it? So I think it might need a little bit more red to give it that browny kind of colour. I have no idea, I'm just trying. It could end up a total mishmash. Instead of buying some brown paint, which I should have done. There we go, now we've got some purple. Still not quite right. So I think it needs maybe a bit of yellow. Alright, I'll come back when I've found what I want. Yeah, I think I need to go and buy some brown, because I'm not getting anywhere. That's a grey. That's a bit of white maybe. kind of nearly a brown that I want. I don't know, kind of. That's too dark. Maybe add a bit of this to it. I want to lighten it. I want to like kind of a woody colour. What I want. I don't want it exact brown like that. That's too dark. But a kind of woody colour, I think. It's not too bad actually. Get a brush into that. Maybe. Might need a couple of coats. It's not too bad. Not too bad. A little bit kind of grainy, kind of what I want, I guess. And I don't want a lot of it, I just want to do a piece of wood basically underneath it. Something like that. Not too bad a brown actually. And kind of, that's not too bad when you look at it. Once it, see what it looks like when it's dry, I suppose. Not worried about the underside because that's going to be glued on, but yeah, it's kind of a better brown than I. Not too bad actually. So we'll see. Now all I've done is put the grey primer on it. I haven't sanded it, I haven't done anything. I've just sprayed it and let it dry for a couple of days. And I just thought today I'll just do something a bit different on the channel. Takes a somewhat of a steady hand, but yeah. I don't know what that is, but like I said, I'm not too fussed about the bottom because that's not going to be much, so that's not too bad actually. Not too bad, kind of, sort of. I should just let it go and leave it. But one of my biggest problems is I want to touch everything and fix it. So I'll leave that. Now what I'm going to do is This is going to be the fun part. I'll make it a dirty, mucky kind of browny mix somehow. So I'm just going to add a few different colours into it. And hopefully some of it gets stuck in the chain. Might leave that in that like that. Get my brown kind of. A lot more of that. I'll leave that in that for a little while, just to let that soak. And I'll come back to it I'll come back a bit later. Okay, so what I've got is I've got some chain that I had left over from my model boat days. I've painted it a light brown colour, trying to weather it somewhat. It's very hard to do, but yeah. I've got this plastic piece of pipe and some end pieces that I've 3D printed. I've 3D printed some wooden chocks and I've glued it down onto the wagon. So what I'm going to do is I've got the end of this chain. I'm going to just tuck it under the rail there, put a dab of glue on it, and then pull the chain tight on the other side and do the same, and then cut it and mark it up. So that's what today's little segment is about. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use super glue gel, not the liquid. Super glue liquid, I think at the moment it will go everywhere, whereas the super glue gel gives me a little bit more time to put things in the place and where it holds a bit better. So that's what I'm hoping will work today, but we'll see. So put a bit of the glue on there. Hopefully you can see that. Oh, no. There, yep. All right. I've zoomed it in a fair bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. I make these videos on my mobile phone, one of my old mobile phones. It's a Samsung S6, so it's an older phone. But we'll see how we go with this. So very light amount of liquid glue on the top. That won't come out. Alright, I need my little pin. Clear the hole. Pull it out. I just want a drop on top. That's what I want. Just that drop to soak through. Alright, there we go. Yeah, looks good. There we go, one chain down load. Pity I don't have anything to make it look like a binder or anything, but that's the luck of the draw, boys and girls. I don't have everything, so. But I'm kind of happy with that. Standoff, that's going to look okay. What do you think? Like I said, I don't have any binders or anything, but or anything to make it look like a binder, but yeah, kind of happy, but not 100%, but it'll do. That one there is not firm yet. That one is, but that one's not. Just see the movement in that chain. See? Damn it. Get under there. That's what I want there, like that. That's better. I could just see it in the linkages, just wasn't looking right. Leave it. Done. I'll call that done. There you go. One piece of tube on wooden blocks with chain restraints. So it'll look nice on the layout, I think. I've got a couple of more ideas like that. So yeah, stay tuned.